All right, guys. Today's lesson is a continuation of yesterday. Solve for x. We did not get to these two problems because we went over the test. And so let's solve for this. We have b third. Let's use a new slide so I can have more space. Let's go here. So we have b third, right? We have b third minus 45, and that is equal to negative 40. And so I'm going to draw my railroad track. So remember, the steps are the same. We need to keep our variables on the left side and the numbers on the right side. So I have one variable, b, is on the left side, so that's good. This negative 45 now is in the wrong place, so I need to get it on the right side. So how do I do that? Remember, when we cancel the 45, we're going to use opposite operation. This is a negative 45 here, so I'm going to add a plus 45. Again, what I do to one side, I must do to the other side. I draw my line. This goes away now. That becomes 0. And so I just bring down my b third, and I get b over 3. On the right side now, negative 40 plus 45 is going to give me a positive 5. Okay? Now, remember, I want b by itself. I want b by itself, but look at it. It's been divided by 3. Division. What is the opposite of division? Multiplication. So if I want to get rid of this 3 right here, I must multiply by 3 to cancel it out. So I'm going to multiply by 3 here. Again, what I do to one side, I must also do to the other side. So I'm going to multiply by 3 there. So this goes away now. It cancels out. So I'm left with just b. And on the right side, 5 times 3 is 15. All right. So b equals 15. The next one is 15 is equal to 14 minus b over 8. Okay. Now, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to bring the variable to the left side. I don't have to, but I just want to be consistent right now until you guys get really good at this. So I want my variable on the left side. It needs to be over here. Again, it's the same operation. All right. Just remember, it's a fraction, but don't let that rattle you. So this is a negative b over 8. How do I cancel that? Simple. I'm just going to add a plus because it's opposite operation, right? It's opposite operation, a plus b over 8. And then what I do to one side, I must also do to the other side, b over 8. And so if I draw my line now, right, this goes away just like that. And so I just bring down the 14, and so I get 14 on the right side. On the left side now, I'm going to have the b over 8. So that's going to give me b over 8. And then I bring down, this is a plus 15 right here, so I bring that down, all right? That becomes plus 15. Now I want the numbers on the right side. There's a plus 15 here. It does not belong there. So it needs to be on this side. Again, opposite operation. I'm going to minus a 15 here and a 15 on the right side. I draw my line. That goes away. And so I'm left with b over 8. And that's equal to 14 minus 15 is negative 1. Okay. And then, again, b is being divided by 8. That's a division. So to get rid of the 8, I have to do the opposite. Multiply. So I'm going to multiply by 8 here, and then what I do to one side, I must also do to the other side. That goes away, and I'm just left with b is equal to negative 1 times 8 is negative 8. Again, here I did an extra step, which I didn't have to, but I just want you guys, I just want to be consistent until you guys get more proficient at it. I will show you that extra step that I could have left out. All right? So that's the ones those are the ones from yesterday. Today's lesson, we were going to continue solving um, these problems. Okay, two step. So let's look at this one. We have 2x minus 7, and so 2x minus 7 is equal to 31. Again, I'm going to draw my railroad track. And remember, again, move the numbers to the right side, and I want my variables to the left side. In this case, I only have one 2x. It's on the left side, so that is good. I'm not going to mess with it. So let's cancel this negative 7. Again, it's negative 7, so I'm going to add a plus 7 here and a plus 7 there. I draw my line. That goes away. So I'm left with just 2x on the left side. On the right side now, 31 plus 7 is 38. Here now, look at this. This is 2 times x. This is a multiplication now. So to undo that, I have to divide. So I'm going to divide by 2, divide by 2. That cancels out. I'm just left with x, or 1x. And x is equal to 30. Divided by 2 is 9. So the answer is, I'm sorry, 19. Okay. The other one is negative 4x plus 2 equals 18. All right, and so let me try squeeze this on the right side, if I can do that. Negative, oops, negative 4x plus 2, and that is equal to 18. I'm going to draw my railroad track. Now I want to move this 2 to the right side. It's in the wrong place. It's a plus 2 now, so I'm going to do opposite operation, which is negative 2 here and a negative 2 there. Draw my line. That goes away now. So all I'm left with on the left side is just negative 14x. On the right side, I have 18 minus 2, which is, I'm sorry, it's not 14. This is 4x. And on the right side, 18 minus 2 is 16. Okay. Now I'm going to divide, because this is a multiplication now, negative 4 times x. I'm going to divide by negative 4 and negative 4 there. That cancels out and just leaves me with x. On the right side, negative 16 divided by 4, I'm sorry, 16 divided by negative 4 is just negative 4. So my answer is negative 4. All right. Okay. Here now we have variables and numbers on both sides of the equation. A little more interesting. So let's see. I'm going to write this over here. Rewrite this. So I'm going to have 2x minus 6 is equal to negative 4x plus 18. Right? Make sure this is a negative 4 right there. Again, I'm going to draw my railroad track just to keep everything separate. Now, look at it now. My variables are on the left side. So I'm going to move this, I'm going to cast negative 4x. It needs to be on the left side. And then the negative 6, I'm going to cancel it because it needs to be on the right side. All right, so let's do that now. So for the negative 4x, it's a negative, right? So I'm going to add a plus 4x on the right side and a plus 4x on the left side. I draw my line, okay? That becomes 0. That goes away, and all I'm left with is just a plus 18. That's right there. On the left side now, what do I have? I have a 2x and a 4x. So that gives me 6x. And then I just bring down my negative 6. And so I get negative 6 there. Now I'm going to add a plus 6 here now, which is the opposite of negative 6. on both sides. Draw my line. That becomes 0. So all I'm left with now on the left side is just the 6x. On the right side now, I have 18 and 6. That gives me 24. Here now, I'm almost at the end. I have 6 times x. I want x by itself, so I have to do the opposite. I'm going to divide by 6 on both sides. Divide by 6 on both sides. That cancels out. I'm left with x now is equal to 24 divided by 6 is 4. All right. Let's look at this one over here. So let me rewrite this. That's going to give me negative 2x minus 8 is equal to negative 4x plus 4. Okay, I draw my railroad track. So I need to cancel this negative 4x. It needs to be on the right side. And I also need to cancel this negative 8. It needs to be on, I'm sorry, the negative 4x needs to be on the left side. And the negative 8 needs to be on the right side. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to add a plus, let me use a different color. I'm going to add a plus 4x and a plus 4x. Draw my line. That becomes 0. It goes away. And so I have to bring down that plus 4. So that's all I have left on the right side. Now on the left side now, I'm going to have a negative 2 plus 4. A negative 2 plus 4, if you're not sure, use a calculator. That's going to give me a positive 2x. And then I bring down my negative 8, and that gives me negative 8 right there. Now, as I said before, I'm going to cancel out negative 8. So therefore, I'm going to add a plus 8 here and a plus 8 there. You notice the signs are always opposite. And then I draw my line. That goes away, and all I'm left with is just 2x on the left side. On the right side, 8 plus 4 is 12. Now I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. That cancels out, and I'm just left with x is equal to 6. Okay, and I think that was the end of it. Okay, so remember, guys, if you're watching this video, please that tells me you are doing some review, and so come Tuesday, we're gonna build upon what we started today and yesterday. All right, so have a great weekend, but remember to be good at math. You may not be really, really good, but to be good, you have to practice. All right, guys, have a good weekend. Bye bye.